Your circumstances will change once you decide to change. See, this is an important idea for you to understand and internalize because so many people live their lives with the victim mentality. So many people live their lives believing that they are at the mercy of the world around them, that they are at the mercy of their external circumstance, right? That that you know that it's the government and the policies and the laws that they enact and all the taxes that explains the situation that they're in, or that it's the job market, or that the reason that they're not where they want to be financially is because their employer hasn't given them a raise, or all these reasons, right? All these external variables, most people complain about these things, but they feel powerless. They live their life being a victim to these external circumstances. And the problem with that is because for the people that do that, it's because they don't actually know who they are. They don't actually know the power that exists within them, and they don't understand this world as a whole, right? I want to tell you the truth about you. I'm here to tell you that you are indeed a creator. What this means is that you have the power to create. You effectively have God power within you, right? Because we can think, because we have the power to reason, because we were given an imagination. This imagination we can create anything in our minds. So when we create, creation is us bringing out our personality, the ideas, the things that exist within us, the I guess you could say the intangibles, the things that aren't physical, right? And bring that out to the surface, right? When we create, we're typically bringing something out, something that previously didn't exist in the physical world, and we're able to bring that into the physical world, right? That is the amazing power that we were given as creators. So because we can create, that means we can create anything. That means we can also change anything, right? And people, reality is, unfortunately, they think that they're at the mercy of these external circumstances, but I'm here to tell you that you are in fact in charge, that you have all the power to change your external circumstances if you wanted to, right? You see, so many folks, they want their life to change and for them to live a dream life and for everything to unfold amazing, which I'm sure everyone wants to, but they want that to happen without them ever changing, right? They want to just remain the same and do everything that they've always done, and they just want everything to just magically change. And there's a possibility that it could happen, but I'm here to tell you that if you want to, have more confidence that that will be the case, right? You watching this video, you yourself need to change. You need to improve as a person in order for that change to also, you know, happen in your life, right? And let me give you guys an example, right? Let's just say the topic at hand is finances. Let's say we want to address finances. Let's say you come from humble beginnings and your entire life you struggled financially. Just because you struggled financially from the beginning of your life to now does not mean that that is what's going to be the case moving forward, because there's been plenty of people who's come from humble beginnings and was able to eventually live a financially abundant life because they were able to improve as a person and create that for themselves. And now they're able to take care of the family and do amazing things, right? Just because something has been a certain way doesn't mean that that will have to continue on. And the trap that so many people fall into is that because life feels so real, they sometimes get caught up thinking that where things are at right now are permanent when they are in fact temporary. What you need to remember about circumstances are that circumstances are temporary, which means that circumstances are always subject to change. Now, let's look at this from a financial standpoint, right? So many people think that their finances are determined by the job market, that their finances are determined by their employer, and that they're struggling financially because their employer doesn't want to give them raises and all these things, right? Here's what you need to understand about like everything as a whole, about like finance as a whole. First and foremost, the only way for you to earn money is by serving other people. So that needs to be your focus, serving other people and providing value to other people. And I'm going to explain to you why. The only way a business can ever succeed financially, or just succeed in general, to stay afloat, is by serving other people, by serving customers or by serving clients, because that is how they're able to generate revenue and money. And the reason why employees get paid is because the business earns money by serving other people. Then a portion of that money goes to the employees, who are the people to help run the business. So the business is able to earn money by serving other people. and employees are able to earn some money. Now, of course, if you're working at your job and your job requires you to work with other people, then you are serving other people, but you're serving other people on behalf of your employer. You're not serving other people on behalf of yourself, right? That is how you're able to get paid, because you're able to get paid based by your employer because you're serving your employer. You earn money, or people, entities, whatever, earn money by serving other people. Why? Because money is a physical representation of value. So if you're able to provide something of value to someone, the way they provide value back is by giving you money. For example, if right now I am starving and I want food, right? Obviously, when you're hungry, food is very valuable in that moment, because food will ensure your survival, and ideally it's tasty food, right? So if you want food, you're willing to hand over money in order to get the food in return, right? A lot of people that struggle financially, they think that in order to improve their finances, they need to go back to school and get another degree, and then that degree is going to get them a better job, which is going to earn them more money. Sure, that is a very legitimate path, but a lot of times people take that approach because they don't understand what money actually is. It's just a lack of financial literacy. When you understand that money is a physical representation of value, that money will flow to you as you provide value to other people, as you serve other people, then if you want to improve your finances, the logical process would be to provide value and to serve other people. Most people who are struggling financially are typically not serving other people. They're typically either serving very few people at a time, or they're providing very little to no value to other people. And like a lot of folks who, struggle financially, they also fall into a trap of, like, if let's just say, someone is struggling financially and they open up their bank statement and they only see $500 to their name, they fall into a trap of associating that number to their self-worth. And you can't do that. And the reason, you shouldn't do that. And the reason why you shouldn't do that is because, like I mentioned at the beginning of the video, you are a creator. When you create, you are effectively, like, we were given an imagination. We were given ideas, thoughts, the ability to think for ourselves. We were given creativity. And creation happens from the inside out. It's us taking our personality and ideas that existed within us and bringing it out to the surface, right? Creating is typically bringing something, an idea, something in your mind that didn't exist, and bringing that into the physical world. So because we were given an infinite mind and infinite creativity, that means we will have infinite ideas. That means we can provide infinite value to other people. And if we're providing value to other people, that opens the door for an exchange of value to take place. Because I'm providing value to you, I'm helping you, I'm assisting you, I'm providing you with something that's beneficial to you, whether it's a product, service, information, whatever it is, anything that will benefit you. And as I do that, that now opens the opportunity for an exchange for that other party to provide value to me. That is how it works. Businesses make money because they typically have a product or service for sale, and then customers or clients can benefit from that product or service, so they buy it, and that's how they make money, right? So some people, they'll look at their financial situation and blame the government, they'll blame the markets, they'll blame all these variables, not knowing or understanding that money is a physical representation of value. And if you want to increase your finance or improve your finances, you need to provide more value. You need to serve more people. You need to expand your reach and scale, right? Like all that good stuff, right? Just try to serve as many people as you can. And that will change your finance, right? So this is what I mean when I say, title of this video, your circumstances will change once you decide to change. When you realize that, that's growth from you. That's improvement. That's you getting better and realizing that you can in fact serve the world, right? There's so many people that struggle financially their whole lives because they believe that they are not good enough, that they believe that there's nothing that they can offer to other people, that they don't think that they can serve the world. They just believe that, money's not meant for them, and so they'll never have it. But if they understood that money just was a representation of value, and that if you provide value, it's inevitable for your external wealth to increase, then it becomes a very logical process. It's almost like it becomes an equation, and it's like, okay, well, then I just have to focus on the input of providing value, and then the output money is going to pop out because that is the exchange of value. So then you just focus on that, and your financial situation over time will eventually change and improve for the better, right? This is what I mean. So many people will believe that their finances are a done deal and that their finances are the way they are because of how the world is set up, or how the market is, or the job, or the company, or this and that, and the government, rather than understanding and believing and accepting that they have the power to change it all. Like, just think about what I said and how powerful that idea is. We have an imagination, we have infinite thoughts, infinite ideas, infinite creativity. So we can infinitely create. And if we can infinitely create, then that means we can infinitely provide value to other people. And if we can infinitely provide value to other people, then that means we can create infinite wealth, because value is what creates wealth. That understanding comes when you decide to improve, when you decide to get better and grow, right? It's the same thing with everything else in life, right? Just because you've probably struggled with fitness doesn't mean that you'll continue to struggle with fitness. You can decide to get better. You can decide to change your eating patterns. You can decide to drink more water. You can decide to live a more active and healthy lifestyle. And sometimes a healthier lifestyle is just by subtracting the things that are unhealthy. Maybe you were living a pretty healthy lifestyle, it's just you probably had a lot of unhealthy habits. You cut out the unhealthy habits, that can end up you living a healthy lifestyle, right? You have the power to change the circumstance of your life. You see, so many people deal with sickness, illnesses, all these things. A lot of times the sickness and the illnesses comes because people are thinking negative thoughts, which leads to them feeling negative emotion. And because they're vibrating negative emotion, they're worried, they're anxious, they're negative all the time. Their body is not at peace. Their body is not at balance. So because their body is not balanced, it weakens their immune system, and it opens up the opportunity for diseases and illnesses to form, right? Think about the word disease. Like, let's hyphenate the word dis-ease, right? This in the English language usually means not, or the opposite, right? Like if you use the word continue and then discontinue, it's continue means to keep going, discontinue means to stop, right? Ease means relaxation, means everything is smooth sailing, but dis-ease means not easy going, not relaxing, not, right? So when a disease is in a body, it's because the body is not at ease. So that's why a disease is able to form. I hope what I'm saying is resonating to you guys. That's why it's no surprise if I see someone who's constantly negative, constantly vibrating negative energy, constantly, right? Like people like this, if they find themselves experiencing sickness often, it's no surprise to me, because everything is connected, right? You have the power to create your life. You have the power to create and change the circumstances. If there are events and circumstances that are undesirable in your life, you have the power to change it by not only changing the energy, you change the energy by changing the thoughts around it. You can think about the things to be grateful for, right? Or you can also think about the things that you desire. You can think about the life that you want to be living in, and tap into that same energy now to begin living that life in your mind right now, because the mind doesn't know the difference between reality and imagination. So you can live in your own imaginary world of everything being perfect, and that will eventually be attracted into your life to create that life that you've always wanted, right? You can change all of your circumstances, and this is the goal that I want you guys to walk away with, knowing and feeling empowered about, that you can change your circumstances. Doesn't matter if you struggle financially. It doesn't matter, because the number in your bank account doesn't represent your self-worth. It's not a reflection of your self-worth. It's just a reflection of the past action and the past decisions you've made, and your past ability of serving other people, because you can only ever earn money by serving other people. So if you haven't been serving other people, and chances are your finances probably isn't going to be that great. But if you are serving dozens, hundreds, thousands, millions of people all around the world, it probably wouldn't be that hard to change and improve your finances, because if you're providing value to them, then it opens up the opportunity for an exchange of value to take place. So they're going to compensate you, right? You raise their internal value, your external wealth is going to rise as well. So you just have to focus on that. You can change anything about your life and your circumstance, right? There's so many people that, and it's like a sad reality, that there's so many folks that live their life just dependent on government benefits, or depending on this or depending on that. There's like, what is comfortable or relaxing knowing that your livelihood is in the hands of someone else, right? So many folks, and by no means am I telling anyone to just, like, quit their jobs or whatever. Like, I understand we're adults, you need to pay your bills, right? Be responsible, of course. What I'm saying is, like, for like jobs, for example, there's this notion of like that it provides all this amazing security, but we've seen so many layoffs happen with pandemics, when different world events happen, right? People get laid off. And what is secure about your employer having all of your income at the palm of their hands? Like, they have your entire financial future at the palm of their hands, right? There's nothing secure about that. You should be building the life that you want to live. And you do that by creating. You create by vibrating the correct energy, right? By feeling good, by feeling amazing, because then you attract people, events, and circumstances that also match that same energy. But you also create the circumstances by also, getting clear in your mind on what it is that you want, and begin taking the steps to create that, right? And taking the action that you feel, the logical step that you can take in order to get to wherever it is that you're going. It's by asking questions. It's by, seeking understanding, seeking knowledge, seeking information, right? Because that is what helps you grow as a person. My growth came because I wanted to learn the truth about myself in the world, and I wanted to become the best version of myself. As you strive to become the best version of yourself, you become better. So even if your life is hard, because you've gotten better, you are now better equipped to handle whatever life throws at you, right? You shouldn't necessarily wish for life to be easier. You should wish for you to get better, because as you get better, you'll be better equipped for anything. If you just wish for life to be easier and then life gets easier, but then it might get a little harder, right? Then you might begin to struggle. But if you decide to get better, then you're going to be smooth sailing no matter what, because you're going to basically be walking through life feeling invincible, knowing that you've always had the power. And this is the purpose of this video right here, that you are powerful, that you are the creator, that you have the power to create the life that you've always wanted, right? You just want to begin vibrating the right energy and falling in love with the idea and the vision of the life that you want to be living. So many people don't ever take the time to reflect on the life that they want to create, and very few people ever want to change anything about themselves. They want to stay the same and just for all the circumstances to improve. And sometimes in life, you need to level up and evolve so that you can change the circumstances for the better, so that you can be the difference maker and change everything, right? Your finances does not come from your job, right? Sure, you might earn an income from your job, but you right now in this moment have the power to create, so you can provide infinite value, which can create infinite amount of wealth. You in this moment right now, right? So that's why you were in fact born rich. Most people just don't know that, and they're oblivious to that idea. But me sharing that with you right now, it's information for you to hold near and dear to your heart, so that you feel empowered knowing that you are in fact in control, that you've had all the power this entire time. You can be, do, or have anything in this lifetime. It's just a matter if you believe in that and then creating it and making that a reality. So that wraps up the video. Enjoy the video. Do leave a like and subscribe as we're on the road to a million subscriber, guys. So once again, it's Joel, and I'm out. I'll see you guys for the next video.